Martell has found himself in hot water once more, this time for violating a no-contact order issued by the court. Fans, legal professionals, and Melody herself are shocked that what was supposed to maintain peace has now become the most recent point of contention. However, what precisely did Martell do, and why has everyone been left in shock? Let's dissect everything. Thus far, Martell and Melody's custody dispute has been extremely messy, but his recent behavior has escalated the situation to a completely new level. The Huntsville District Attorney's court documents claim that Martell broke the severe no-contact order that was put in place during their divorce proceedings. This directive made it clear that Martell could not get in touch with Melody about anything other than matters pertaining to their custody agreement. However, he apparently broke these terms by starting a conversation about subjects unrelated to their kids, which is a clear infraction. Martell called Melody shortly after her meeting with the district attorney's office, according to one concerning incident that was brought to light in the filings. This call was not an isolated incident. Rather, it was a part of a larger pattern of behavior in which Martell, or someone acting on his behalf, attempted to get in touch with Melody in spite of the court's clear directives. In addition to violating the law, these repeated attempts also raised grave questions regarding Melody's safety and well-being. Melody reportedly felt threatened and uneasy when Martell asked her why she was meeting with lawyers when she was questioned about it. The district attorney supported her allegations, pointing out that Martell's actions showed a disregard for the law and raised the possibility that he was following Melody around. In order to shield Melody from any more harassment, the DA requested a more stringent no-contact order in response to this development. The court consented to issue a revised order that placed more stringent limitations on Martell's behavior and made it apparent that any further infractions would result in even more severe penalties. For years, Melody, Shari, and Martell Holt have been engaged in a custody battle that has been an emotional roller coaster. Despite their best efforts to act in their children's best interests, their legal battles have become a spectacle, particularly after they appeared on Love and Marriage Huntsville. However, Martell has been in the hot seat lately due to his actions, which have escalated the situation to a whole new level. In order to maintain clarity between them during their divorce, the no-contact order that is causing all of this drama was established. The court ordered Martell not to speak with Melody about anything other than their custody agreement. The goal was to maintain harmony and facilitate co-parenting. However, it appears that Martell did not follow those guidelines. According to the district attorney, he or someone working on his behalf kept contacting Melody about matters unrelated to custody. When Martell called her immediately following her meeting with the DA, it was one of the most alarming incidents. This was not merely an error, it was a blatant disregard for the court's directives and demonstrated that he was not abiding by the established limits. The DA's motion detailed all the instances in which Martell went too far, such as when he coerced Melody into providing information about her legal matters and even asked why she was attending lawyer meetings, which caused her great anxiety. This goes beyond simply disobeying a court order. It's about establishing an environment that Melody characterized as unsettling and frightening. Serious concerns were raised by Martell's actions, which not only questioned the court's jurisdiction, but also gave the impression that he was monitoring Melody. The repeated infractions demonstrated that the initial order was insufficient to protect her or guarantee that he would abide by the rules. If you believe Martell's overreach stops there, just wait until you hear how it is endangering Melody's safety and drawing attention in court. Ignoring the no-contact order wasn't just annoying for Melody Martell, it was extremely concerning. She claimed in court that she felt like she was being watched because of his actions. Her anxiety was exacerbated by the fact that he continued to break the rules, leading her to question whether he was attempting to intimidate her. Taking her worries seriously, the district attorney submitted a motion to increase Martell's limitations. They claimed that in order to keep Melody feeling safe, the original no-contact order was no longer sufficient and requested a more stringent version that eliminated any possibility of misunderstanding. They also underlined how important it was to preserve Melody's autonomy while she handled the continuous custody disputes. The court granted the DA's request and issued a more stringent no-contact order. This one went beyond custody issues to prohibit Martell from speaking to Melody directly or indirectly. The decision made it clear that he would face severe legal repercussions for any further infractions, which could have an impact on his freedom and custody rights. This was a major setback for Martell. The more stringent order not only restricted his interactions with Melody, but also demonstrated that the court was growing tired of his actions. It emphasized the gravity of the accusations made against him and the fact that if he continued to push the boundaries, he might suffer even more severe repercussions. You would think that Martell would reconsider his actions after receiving this legal wake-up call. However, it appears to have only fueled the flames. Martell Holt can't help but stir things up, especially on social media, despite the court's orders to keep his distance and follow a no-contact order. Rather than maintaining a low profile, he has been venting his frustrations on the internet, frequently making disparaging remarks about Melody that seem to be an attempt to discredit her. In addition to being disobedient, these outbursts are seriously harming his already precarious reputation. Admirers of marriage and love, Huntsville, quickly called him out for his inability to keep his private drama off the internet. Debates about his actions erupted on social media. Some people interpreted his posts as desperate attempts to steer the conversation, while others saw it as just another instance of him crossing boundaries despite court orders. One of the most significant controversies occurred when Martell claimed that Melody's security guard was unnecessary and that there was no actual threat. When he brought this up in court, the judge dismissed it as absurd, which only served to damage Martell's reputation. The judge further damaged his credibility by finding no evidence to support his claims. It appeared from the entire circumstance that Martell was more concerned with bringing Melody down than he was with resolving his own problems. As he lost ground, supporters, legal experts, and even some of his own began to question whether he was truly worried or if he was merely attempting to maintain control. Despite his attempts to play the victim, Martell's actions are only hurting his reputation and legal prospects. The 4 children of Martell and Melody are the true victims in this situation. Their parents' continuous conflict is not only very public, but also very personal, placing the children in a difficult situation. Being caught in the middle of a contentious custody dispute, particularly with everything taking place in public, has caused an extremely unstable environment, and those close to the situation are concerned about the emotional toll this feud is taking on the children. It's difficult for the children to avoid feeling the pressure of it all, and they are aware of the tension. Melody has stated unequivocally that her children's welfare comes first. She is putting a lot of effort into creating a stable and nurturing home despite all the chaos. Whether that means keeping them out of the public spotlight or concentrating on their routines and education, she is committed to keeping the focus on what truly matters, their happiness and mental health. Fans are wondering how much Martell truly cares about his children's emotional needs, given his decision to disregard court orders, escalate tensions, and drag things out on social media. This stands in sharp contrast to his approach, which many perceive as prioritizing his personal grievances over family. Critics contend that in addition to harming his relationship with Melody, his actions may eventually weaken his ties to his children. However, Melody is overcoming all of the turmoil and demonstrating fortitude and tenacity as she defends her children and her own tranquility. Due to his persistent legal troubles and his disobedience of court orders, Martell Holt is currently having a lot of trouble maintaining his public image. Previously a major figure on Love and Marriage Huntsville, he is now beginning to be perceived differently. His repeated court infractions are driving away supporters and forcing them to have lines for all the wrong reasons, leading some fans who once believed he had some redeemable qualities to start doubting his integrity. Martell's behavior is totally unacceptable, someone commented. How many opportunities does he need to understand that his behavior is impacting everyone, particularly the children? Peace is what Melody deserves. The judge's authority to enforce the no-contact order was added. Martell must cease behaving as though he is above the law and respect boundaries. Melody is entitled to a sense of security. This drama isn't helping Martell's career. Chances are evaporating because he can't seem to manage his personal problems in a responsible manner. Even his role on the show is being criticized by viewers who are annoyed by his lack of emphasis on personal development and co-parenting. In addition to not looking good in court, his public outbursts and disrespect for the law are raising some serious red flags for a number of reasons. Because Martell consistently disobeys court orders, the judge is beginning to question his moral character. He isn't helping his case at all by projecting an air of control and defiance rather than being a cooperative co-parent. This heightened court scrutiny may eventually result in more severe repercussions for him. Conversely, Melody's Shari is adopting a completely different strategy. She is utilizing the chaos to further her personal development and concentrate on the future of her children, rather than becoming enmeshed in it. Her personal projects and new business endeavors are receiving a lot of positive attention. She is obviously focused on providing a secure and prosperous life for her family. Melody is ensuring that the court's responsibility to protect the children is given top priority. She has been outspoken about providing a secure environment for her kids, and the court rulings that are coming her way demonstrate how committed she is to prioritizing their welfare. Melody is demonstrating that she won't allow anything to get in the way of her family's safety, while Martell deals with the consequences of his actions. What do you think of Melody's forceful response to Martell's most recent infraction? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and remember to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with this exciting story as it develops.